everybody. My name is Gabrielle, and I'm a medium, and I am here with my big guy Boon, and he's waiting for his treat. So this is going to be another video, kind of quick. I'll do it as quick as I can, less than 10 minutes. That's the goal. On spirit-guided healing with him, and a spirit-guided holistic approach to his health and wellness and longevity. And so part of my mediumship is medical mediumship. And again, nothing I will do in here is medical advice, take it or leave it, right? It's just our personal experience. And, sorry, there's a notification on the screen. What the heck? There we go. And, yeah, but so just quick backstory is Boon was about, 4.5 months ago, diagnosed with late stage lymphoma. He was a very sick boy. He had fluid around his lungs. His liver wasn't working. Total mess. Took him to the pet hospital. They said, yeah, it's palliative care. He probably has about 3 weeks to live. We'd be surprised if he lives longer than that. Here's some pain meds. We can't do anything. If you want, you can do some test drugs. Maybe look at some really expensive chemo. We can do some painful, just exploratory stuff like liver biopsies. Just a bunch of, stuff that I considered absolutely not necessary and didn't make sense at the time, so we said no way. I kindly said thanks for your opinion. I'm gonna go home and just see what Spirit has to say about it, and we're gonna just try it, right? I mean, like, the worst that's gonna happen is it's not gonna work, and we got him for 3 weeks, and that would be terribly sad, but we're not gonna put him through pain and tests at the end of his life. That doesn't make sense. So instead we did this holistic stuff, did total diet changes, and we've been doing meditating, we've been doing prayers, we've been doing tuning frequencies, doing herbs, like all the things. Boon is now a full-on spiritual hippie, right? And yeah, I mean, he's here 4.5 months later, and he's looking pretty good, right? He's happy and healthy and more active than he was. He was having pain for a little bit there. Well, actually, he probably had pain off and on for about 3 months, and it seems to mostly be gone now unless he's super active. And yeah, so that's our story. So I'm going to show you like my process for kind of doing a quick tune-in with him, see what's going on in his body. I do this every day now. Oh, and I'm going to say, right after he got back, I did a tune-in with Spirit to see like what the heck was going on, why was he this way? Because he was eating unhealthy, but he's only 5. It was surprising that happened. And what Spirit shared is the same that I get with a lot of people that I'm doing healings with. And it was that it's emotion-based. Basically, the flow of his divine life force energy was blocked by these negative, stagnant, stuck emotions that he had. And the emotions he had were these really insecure feelings and fear feelings based on whenever we would express anger or grief, just some of the heavier, unsettling emotions, he would take those on. He would kind of just soak them up like a sponge and hold them in his body. And he's excited because there's treats, and also he loves these tuning forks, which is what I'm going to show you today. So he was taking on those negative emotions. They were making him sick, right? Feelings were making him sick. It was so clear in him. If you ever doubt that a lot of imbalances and illnesses are emotion-based, that doesn't mean they're in your head and they're not real. They're very real. But the emotions are kind of this blockage to the divine life force energy, and they can throw your whole physical system out of whack. This was happening in him, and we could see it happening. So we had to work on shifting that flow back. Ready? I have to get him to sit back up. Oh, that's a good boy. There's a Stevie head. There's a Nani. Nani. All right, that's not gonna work, Stevie. Anyway, so I'm going to show you how this works. So with him, this is an unflattering angle for anybody ever in the world, in case you're wondering. So the way I start is hands-on. So he had a lot of stuff going on in here, right? His lungs were full. You can see as soon as I start trying to get his energy moving in this area, which is where it sticks and gets stagnant, yawning is a way that he gets his energy moving. Dogs do this a lot, right? So he's breathing it out. I know he doesn't like it. Sometimes it's uncomfortable in here. It's kind of tight and squishy. The fluid builds up. And then his lymph nodes down here I check. So like right now, the one on his left is a little puffy. The right isn't. And then I come back in here, check it out. So I'm feeling like he has, so again, when I'm doing this, I'm tuning into Spirit, and I'm listening to the healers that I work with, and I just let them kind of guide me to where he's going to need the most support on any given day. So much of spiritual healing is flexible and fluid, and it changes day to day. So if I do it today, I probably won't do it tomorrow. I might not ever do it the same again. Or we might, find something that's working and do it every day for 10 days, shift it. You just gotta go with the flow on it. But so I'm feeling like right side kidney, little bit of right side kidney weakness here with him. And so I'll do things with his right kidney. And then, yeah, it used to be, so the way that cancer would feel to me, like on my hand, is very sharp and hot and warm. And the only places that I feel that now are under this armpit right here. And then if I hold one hand here and one hand here, I can get some of that feeling. But it used to be like all over, and I'm only getting it here and here now, which to me is super wonderful and amazing, and I'm so excited about that. Okay, so, and then he kind of has a little bit of tummy tightness right now, which could just be something he ate. But also his tummy would get tight with some emotions. So based on that, and his, that feels fine. So we're gonna go right now with, we're gonna try to get stuff moving in here, his right kidney, and then I always, even though it doesn't feel like he needs it today, his liver, I always go for his liver. So I wanna make this video quick. I'm not supposed to be doing this whole real time. I have trouble with brevity. So tuning forks, I don't know if you guys have seen them, if you've heard of them. They seem very woo-woo at first. Start researching them, start looking into them, whatever you need to get the ball rolling. Or I would suggest, if you're a naysayer or a doubter, try using them on your pets, because they respond in such a crazy way. You can actually see it having a very real physical effect on them. And for him, if he's in pain, it seems like it reduces his pain. If he is really, at the beginning of this journey, he was super low energy, and that came up. And then if he feels anxious, he gets calm. If he's not able to sleep because he's having pain or something, if you do this for 20 minutes, he'll fall right to sleep. So it's pretty incredible. You can see it. I'm gonna give him a treat so he sits up. Oh, there he is. He is very highly food motivated too, which is really good for this kind of stuff. So, okay, babe, come here. I'm just gonna show you some of the different ways and techniques. Again, I'm not trained in this at all. I just let spirit guide me. That's how I do healings. And so what they showed, again, 528, this is for his whole thing of holding on to emotions, not letting them go, absorbing things. So we're trying to clear out his heart chakra, clear out this whole stagnant area in his chest. So you hit it, and I start here with little clockwise circles. Come here. No, he's not gonna let me show you. So what I'm doing is right over his spine, between his shoulder blades, I'm doing little clockwise circles here. And then I come to the other side. You always want to balance it out. Do clockwise circles here. Okay. And then again, I don't always do this, but it feels like it's wanting to go up and down like this. And then it's really important when he has this dual side swelling to go back and forth across the midline. So I'm kind of doing this zigzag back and forth down here. And he loves this 528 hertz. It really seems to calm him down. So I'm going to do that back here again. So I'm going to do this sped up, right? And then I would say each thing that I do, maybe if you're interested in it, go like 3 times longer, right? And so then we're going to go to 639 hertz. There it is. And he likes the 639 hertz and seems to actually he shows a little bit of discomfort with that today. Sorry, I have to pause and see what he was doing. So what it is that with him, for his liver, I always start on the opposite side because it's less intense. He had liver pain. And so I start over here, opposite side. It seems weird, but it does. The frequency, you can feel it if you use tuning forks. It really creates this vibration. And so when he's really sensitive, if I do it on this side, it still goes over here to the opposite side of his body. Let's see if he'll tell me if it's too much. He'll get up and leave, right? So I just let him do that. I never force him to stay here. So I'm going to do little clockwise circles, and then I'm going to do just a back and forth motion, like this. He seems to relax a little bit on that. And then I'm going to do zigzaggy or crosswise across his kidneys, and go back and forth across his spine over his kidneys. You can see he's already getting pretty mellowed out and relaxed. So we'll do that with the 639 hertz. Back and forth again. This is just a technique that Spirit has shown will work for him. It's specific to each person or pet that I work on. Everyone's different. And so as I do this, I can feel it getting pretty warm and tingly under my hand up by his kidneys, which tells me that his kidneys are kind of needing to wake up and move and process some stuff. So that's probably that right kidney fatigue that I was feeling. Yeah, and it just feels like heat is rising to the surface with this. So that's good. We want that. We want it to come up and out. So then I would keep going on that. I just want to show you though what I'm doing. So then this one, 174, it's very interesting because for him, one more treat, buddy, and then you're all done. Last one. Up one. Hop up, buddy. There we go. So this one is a much lower frequency and is really, really good for the physical healing part of stuff, like actually helping his cells to heal, the tissues to heal after there have been lumpies and bumpies and things we don't want to talk about in them, right? So again, intuitively right now, it's just feeling like he needs this back and forth motion going right in here. He's like, what the heck are you doing? You don't usually do that. I just let Spirit guide it. We're just gonna hold it. I know, it feels good, right? Oh, but what I was gonna say is it was crazy is he seemed really, you're doing it again. He seemed really irritated by this frequency early on. And he wouldn't even let me do it. He'd get up and leave, which is fine. He wasn't ready for it. And then about 2 weeks ago, he started accepting it and doing it. So that's a new stage of healing, which is exciting. In this Spirit guided healing, any change is good change. The only issue is stagnation. So I go up and down the spine, and then with this one, I go down to the base of his spine, right above his tail, and do little tiny tight clockwise circles. And then go back and forth this way, and that's waking everything up, and basically reminding his cells that they gotta start doing their job. And we need some new healthy cells coming in after we're getting rid of the unhealthy ones. Then the last one I'll do, let's see. I have others here that I'm not using now, so again, I'm just telling you what our current routine is. This last one that I'm going to do is, can you see that? 936, which is the highest frequency fork that I have. And it's to help him reconnect with source energy on a deeper but higher level and kind of remind him of his divine nature. And so I do that in the problem area, kind of the sensitive area between his shoulder blades. And then over his liver, which was having so many issues, over both kidneys, and then at the base of his spine, which I'll probably get into the base of his spine point at some point because it's a really critical point to work on if your dog is having health challenges like this. And then I would do one under his chest. He has taken a nap, so I'm not going to get to it. And then up, Boon, up. Let's see, can you wake up one more time? Come on, buddy. He's like, it is nap time. The tuning forks are doing their job. I do one right here on his little puppy third eye. He's like, yeah, I am a hippie. And go back here to his crown chakra, do a little clockwise circle, and we're good to go. And so that's how I'm doing tuning forks on Boon to help kind of get the energy moving in his body. And, jeez, he's such a food hound. This is the last one, seriously. Anyways, yeah, so that's what Spirit has guided me to do. I was just showing a little bit of the healing process, or the tune-in process, which again is usually a lot deeper than that and a lot more goes into it. But yeah, I just wanted to show that he responds so well and so intensely to these healing energies that it was clear right away that they were going to be a really crucial component to his healing process, his healing journey. And he truly gets so excited, he'll like literally, if he hears the tray moving, like if I bring this tray in and move it, he'll run in the room to come do it and sit down here for that. So anyways, yeah, I just wanted to share that Spirit has shown that he really needs to realign the energies that are off balance because he absorbs negative emotions. He needs to rebalance using these tuning forks. It's just another consideration in realigning his little puppy energies so that we can get rid of the things that we don't want to have in his body and let in a lot of good energy. So Boon's cancer journey update, given 3 weeks. He's at 4.5 months, and he's doing pretty good. So